Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines! This is the Talking Shrimp Podcast. I'm Mitch, and you are?
No, I'm Mitch, and you are?
I'm Mitch.
Stop it! I'm Joel, and you are?
Mitch!
And I'm the talking, and you are the shrimp.
Yeah, we talk a lot of shrimp.
Good God, you blew the microphone out then.
Yeah, that might not work.
Yeah, it'll be alright, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry for anyone who...
I might have to edit that somehow and lower it down. But that was
Okay.
some sort of intro indeed.
Did you like it?
We'll
different.
see. We'll see how much
It was
editing I have to do on it, and then I'll tell you if I like it or not.
Okay. Fair enough.
No,
Okay.
I did like it. I liked it.
Nice. Okay.
But I am Mitchell, and you are Joel.
Yeah?
Yes.
You want to stick with that?
For now.
Okay.
For now.
We've got it. Okay.
We've got it.
Welcome to the Talking Shrimp Podcast.
Well, that's some sort of theory anyway.
Yeah, I'm just going to go straight in for the jugular because I want to ask you a question. I briefly touched on it yesterday and you briefly gave me an answer, but I want everyone else to hear it. Talk to me about Saltburn.
Oh, yes.
Yep. I
We
knew you'd
haven't
like
spoke
that.
about this, have we?
Yeah, so Saltburn is a new film that was released last year in the last 2 months or so.
It
Maybe
came
3
out a bit
months.
before that in America, but yeah, it
Yeah.
mainly has become more
Viral.
viral because of TikTok
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and it all being on TikTok.
Yeah, and the
And
Golden
I
Globes.
wanted to go watch it at the cinema with you, didn't I? I kept saying
Yeah.
we should go watch it. It looked good.
Yeah,
and we just
kinda
never
put
did.
it off because of like Christmas and stuff.
And yeah, and it was an Amazon thing, so we sort of knew it was going to be on Amazon.
Yeah.
And what happens? Literally in the new year, straight onto Amazon. So
yeah, and I watched it first, and then I told you to go watch it
yeah, and I left it for a while, didn't I? And then I watched it. I think
a couple nights ago.
yeah, well, a couple of nights ago would have been from the date of this being recorded, which is the Thursday, the 11th. Are we today? 10th.
11th.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, that's today's date. So
Okay.
yeah, I watched it the other day. Don't know what it was. The
Yeah, it's
other
a
day.
weird film, but it's a good film.
One of the best films of last year.
Yeah, I think the best way you put it was a modern day Fight Club.
A modern day Fight Club.
Sort of thing, yeah.
I think that's the best way I can describe it. I think that's a
Yeah.
very good
Yeah.
like analogy of it. Is that the right thing to
yeah,
say?
yeah. Not for maybe like the film's actual things in the film, but like how the film goes.
Yeah,
More so.
I was engrossed in it.
Or like Seven and stuff, like anything with that and like
yeah, Seven. That's
kind
the
of
another
twists
film.
and turns
Yeah.
and stuff.
I love films like that. Things that
Yeah.
like you're watching, you're anticipating things.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, I went
One
into that film
watches.
not knowing anything about it really. I'd seen the trailer and I was like, oh, I don't really know what to expect from it.
Yeah, it's good though.
And yeah, really enjoyed it. It's my sort of film all over. I loved it. I really loved it.
Yeah.
It was
So
yeah,
I'd recommend it. Go watch it.
yeah. I won't say too much about it, but there's a lot of conspiracy theories about it, isn't there? A lot of theories about
Yeah, there's loads of like little insights into
inside
little scenes
things
and
onto
stuff.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there you go. That's our insight. Go watch Saltburn. There you go.
Go watch Saltburn. Very
Yeah.
good.
Anyway,
Very highly
completely
rated.
changing the topic of conversation. Completely changing the topic of conversation. Have you ever thought about conspiracies yourself
No.
without like realizing it? Have you ever had a thought and been like, maybe that doesn't add up, maybe that didn't happen, or
I mean,
there's a reason, there's another reason for something?
probably, but not in terms of
Okay.
of
Because we briefly touched on conspiracy theories, briefly,
yeah.
and we've gone into like 3 or 4 like quite generic ones.
Yeah, I think we spoke about Diana and I think
Paul
Matthew
McCartney and stuff.
Paul
yeah.
McCartney and Matthew
And
Perry.
I want to go
think we touched
into.
on.
I mean, they're not not generic. They're pretty big ones, but just to kind of ease you into it, if we want to start doing this a little bit more.
Yeah.
First one, probably one of the biggest ones, if not. I wouldn't say the biggest one, but it's up there really in theoretical sense with everything else in the world. Pyramids.
Oh, okay. Right.
Pyramids. In Egypt. Giza.
They are in Egypt. Well,
Yeah. The main
the big Gizas that
pyramids.
they are.
Yeah. When you think of pyramids, these are the
They're in
pyramids.
Cairo. Are they in Cairo? They're in Cairo, aren't they?
Yeah, the Pyramid of Giza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not in Giza. That's what they're called. They're in Cairo, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
They're in Cairo. Yeah, yeah.
I think
the
they're in
city's
Cairo.
literally like right by them.
Yeah, and
It's
they're
built
just
by
just
it.
south of the city, I think, from when
Yeah, I
I played
think so.
GeoGuessr and had to find them and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So yeah, basically my thing with the pyramids is they don't add up. They are so precise down to like a 0.00001 of whatever measurement it is. Like they are so precise that there is like no way we could build them right now. If we wanted to, we couldn't build them. Nobody on Earth right now could build them.
Devil's advocate, somebody has at some point.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. How the hell, like...
So, what is your theory you're proposing to me then?
I don't necessarily think there is a theory. I'm not about to stick me head out and be like, oh, it's aliens, but something... I think there was a lost technology. I think
I like that.
think that...
I've not heard that before. I like that.
Yeah, I think that the human race was on a path, and without our technology that we know of now, so like phones, computers, web, all that sort of stuff, all that jazz, right? That is one path that we have gone down. We have chose to go down that recently, like in the past couple of thousand years, right?
Right.
Prior to that, with the Egyptians and other civilizations, I think they went down a different technology route. I think that they didn't discover electrics and stuff like that. I think they discovered something probably better in a way, like to be able to create like that, and their whole belief system and things. I think it's like it's way more detailed than it's a pyramid in sand.
Yeah,
I think this goes way deeper. I think it's a lost technology, a lost civilization.
I like that a lot. I've not heard that. Obviously,
it's good, isn't it?
Knowing nothing really a lot about this, my thoughts have always been, there was just that many people they had enslaved.
Yeah,
they made it happen.
Yeah, but Johnson like
deaths of thousands.
These are like.
But I like your theory. I like your theory a lot. I've not heard that before.
No, it's interesting.
Yeah.
The alien one's a cop out, isn't it? That's the one where it's like,
I mean,
it could be
going
true.
against everything I believe. It can't be disproven.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just as much.
In turn, it can't. Unless it can be disproven, I just don't know it.
So the basic like theoretical sense is, the pyramids were built, but the stones that they used for these pyramids were these are like 18-ton granite.
They're massive stones,
like each one, and there's like tens of hundreds of thousands in this structure.
Yes,
like ridiculous amounts. So if you do the maths and stuff, right? I'll do the maths. So it's 18. Most of these are 18 stone. So 18 stone, and there is about
the weight of them is 18 stone.
Yeah, each stone.
I'm sure there'd be more than that.
Like even like that's the average. Let's go off the average, right?
I thought there'd be more than that.
That's 180,000 stones. It's 1,000 tons in weight. Yeah. All on top of each other.
Just for clarity, how have you worked that out in terms of? So you've got the stone. What are you timesing that by?
It's just the weight of the stones. Like
how many stones are there?
Like tens of thousands.
Right, I see.
That was just 10,000, like the bare minimum.
Oh, right,
I'm going off the average and minimum. Like that's the minimum.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to know as well can you guess the tallest structure that was built after the pyramids were built? So the pyramids were the tallest ever until the structure was made.
Probably like the Eiffel Tower or something like that.
Yeah, and it's smaller.
Yeah. Is it?
That's mad.
Eiffel Tower is smaller than the pyramids. Is it really? Not seen either.
But how mad's that though?
Yeah, like, it is crazy. Like when you look at a man,
that's all we can do. Like it's almost like we're going back.
Yeah, and to think in this country we celebrate Stonehenge, and there's just some rocks placed against each other.
Yeah,
and then you look at
pyramids.
Like pyramids, they are massive. Like that,
and they are like
that's unfathomable. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so these 18-ton stones were like tens of thousands of them were from a quarry hundreds of miles away.
Were they? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, hundreds of miles away. They're proving that they were higher up, and the belief was that they transported these down the Nile, and they used the water to transport them.
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit. Tens of thousands of these in the Nile. How the hell do you stop one? How do you stop one and say, right, this is where we would like this stone to stop, and then get it out of the water?
Yeah. I can't imagine it going on water. I can imagine that they rolled it.
18 ton. 18 tons each.
Oh, 18
Hundreds of miles.
You said stone before.
I did, yeah.
You mean ton?
Yeah, tons of stones, yeah.
Right, okay. 18 ton, right.
That's fucking mad.
That's like
That's like a dinosaur.
Okay, I was going to say something more realistic, like a
double-decker
lorry or something.
I think it's like 40 double deckers.
Oh shit!
It's
I thought
heavy,
it was like like a lorry, which I suppose weight of a lorry. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still it's
18
massive.
ton. Let me just reference what is 18 ton, and it's
a
not your mother. Just before the joke comes out,
Good
we're
God,
not having
man.
that here.
No.
18 ton. What's the equivalent of 18 ton is a lorry? Yeah, I thought an 18 ton is a lorry. A box truck, like the classic box truck, it'd weigh the same as that.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I will backtrack. I was slightly wrong.
Okay, go on.
I was slightly wrong. Each stone in the Great Pyramid,
Yeah,
this is the biggest one that we know of, was 2.3 metric tons. However,
2.3.
I was fair off with that. However, I was very off with how many granite blocks were pushed together to make it.
How many?
2.3 million.
So do 2.3. Wait, 2.3. So they weigh 2.3.
And there's 2.3 million of them.
And there's 2.3 million.
Yeah.
So do the math on that. So it'd be 2.3 times 2300000, right? Is that right?
Yeah, so it's over.
I've
pretty much double, isn't it? It's
I don't know if I've put enough numbers
it's like 5.5 million tons.
Jesus, just laying in the sand. I don't know if I've got the right zeros.
Yeah, but
there.
that's the thing, though. They're not just lying in the sand.
What do you mean?
They are placed. Like someone has Lego-fied these. Even like someone hasn't just Lego-fied these. Someone has Lego-fied these to an extent where like they are so squished together you couldn't put your Barclays bank account, like your card, in that gap. There is no space. It is that like. That's mental.
Just for reference, 2.3 ton is about the average weight of a rhinoceros.
Yeah.
A black rhinoceros. That's
so
an adult male black
That's
rhinoceros.
Heavy. That's very heavy.
And there's 2.3
million.
2.3 million of them.
Limestone.
Million. So yeah,
blocks.
that's 2 with a 3 and then 5 zeros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because million's 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mental. Like how like, and when obviously it was built, it was like every side was smooth and white, and then it had a gold top to it. Like it like shone. This was massive, and it went like you could see it for miles because of how bright it was.
What's this? Sorry,
the pyramid.
Right. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
It had smooth limestone. Like
that's what's crazy to me. Out of everything, my head is like, okay, they can transfer. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I can imagine them transferring like a brick.
Yeah.
Like a big brick. But then my thing is, how the hell have they made it smooth on the sides?
Yeah. Like, to a point where, like, even now, it is so precise. I think it's something like is it like where it is? What do you call it? Where something is? Like, the location of it.
What do you mean?
Like, the numbers of it.
The longitude and latitude.
Yeah, that points or equates to or something true north. It is like within 0. Of true north. It is that precise on like on the Earth's like axes or something like that. Like it is made for something.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just a load of blocks in sand.
I mean,
and this isn't a tomb.
Well, that's what it's presumed to be, isn't it?
But there's no mummies that have been found in it.
Not in some of them there is.
Not in the Great Pyramid. Not in the biggest one. So what? Why the fuck would you build that and put nothing in it?
Is it true that they're booby traps, or am I just thinking that?
I think that's the film. They might have been, some of them. I mean, there's like King Tut and his tomb that was like, you know.
Well, they have was it the Valley of the Kings? Where all of them were buried. So.
Yeah. But that's the thing. This big pyramid, the main one, there's nothing like. There's all these like passageways and stuff. Like it is a labyrinth in there. There's no mummified
I'm
remains.
guessing people have been in it then.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's what I mean. I don't know a lot about it.
Stuff, but like, it's mad. Like even if we went there, I don't think I'd actually comprehend like the actual size
how
or
big it is.
What it is. Like on paper, what is a pyramid for?
Yeah, what is it there for? I don't know. What is it there for? That's what I mean.
Off my head, I'd say obviously it's for like a mummified remain of like a king.
Yeah, but that seems so grand.
Yeah, I know.
That seems so outlandish. But obviously that's in an era when we didn't live, so we don't know what. So
I just don't understand.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. I don't get it. Like I don't believe for 1 minute that the Egyptians built it.
Do you not?
No. Like how we depict like the Egyptians. That's the best way I could put it. Like you're telling me that they were going around half naked, believing in crocodile gods and stuff, and they use wood to transport these for no reason at all, and then to precisely put them in a spot forever.
Yeah. Is there hieroglyphics of them? Because that's like how they would
record it.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah. Well, there you go. That's not real conspiracy, but just how like mad it is. I know I'm slightly off with the 18 tons, or I might have even said stones, but
I think you did say stones.
I was very passionate about it. So yeah,
you were, yeah.
It's going for
it. I've just Googled it very quickly.
Yeah.
There is apparently a very old. I'm not even going to try and say what this is. There's evidence of the Egyptians detailing their construction of the pyramids.
Yeah.
So just to play devil's advocate about what you said.
Yeah, but is that like what pyramid or anything? I don't know.
But yes,
I'm not
what
saying
you
like...
did say was true as well. There are no hieroglyphic texts, treasures, or mummies in any of the pyramids of Giza. Yeah. So that does, like, they weren't built then as tombs.
Yeah.
Going
off the Egyptians, by the way.
I used to really like the Egyptians when I was growing up as a child in primary school. I used to love learning.
Do you want to know what I think? I think is the most important archaeological discovery ever.
Go on, sliced bread.
The Rosetta Stone. I love the sliced bread though.
Isn't that an app where you can learn different languages on? That's a really bad joke. I'm pretty sure a couple of years ago there was an app or a like TV advert.
Well, go off what you just said. It is like it depicts. I think it was It was ancient Greek. It was basically a stone with a load of writing on, and it was 3 different languages, and it was like Greek, Egyptians, and something else. And that's because of the stone. That's the only way we know how to decipher hieroglyphics.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Because of one stone.
That's what it is.
Yep.
The Rosetta Stone.
The Rosetta Stone. It's the most famous.
And what is it? Just a stone?
It's just a big like black stone, like marble or something, with all this engraved in it, and it is like
it literally holds the key to understanding Egyptian hieroglyphics.
No, just to Egyptian, like to Egypt, like.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. I really need to do more research on this sort of stuff.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it? Yeah. But I don't know. It's easy for me to say, oh yeah, now I don't believe it. But
yeah, I'm not saying
I've
like
always just been so like, yeah, I could understand them that they probably had that many
that little
people
bit,
enslaved.
That little bit of like something that.
To be fair, I didn't. The theories I'd always heard were that it was either like what I said, like just they built them, the Egyptians built them, all the slaves they had built them, or aliens. That's literally the only other conspiracy theory that I've heard, and that's always has been as like, oh, the aliens built the pyramids, like as a joke sort of thing.
Yeah. The other thing was, obviously when they're building the pyramid, you will get to a point because you're going vertical at that slope angle. Yeah. You get to a point where the mass doesn't add up, so you can't. There's no way that you could. You would have to build. Like a 200, 300 foot ramp to get this stone up here because of the vertical like axes. It doesn't like the physics in it. It would just roll backwards. There's no way you could get it up there with
because like imagine once you've built it to the point where you're almost at the tip, and then you're trying to lug the weight of a rhinoceros up this. Like how would
it would be vertical. Like think of how like obviously steep it is.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Think of, even to the degree of how hard running up a hill is for us.
That's a good song, man.
Yeah,
it's not. It's an awful song. No, I don't know what I'm saying that. It's an awful song. Yeah. Stranger Things. Yeah. Giving them a number one. Yeah. Anyway.
Think of how hard that is sometimes. Like
it is crazy to think, but like in my head, I'm like they must have worked it out somehow. That's what for me it comes down to.
But the thing now, like you've got people like. Obviously way more qualified than I am. I'm just a fucking idiot saying about, pyramids that I've heard of. Like,
Yeah.
but it does make sense. Like, I'm going off the scientific side of this and how you can disprove it almost. But then I can't prove what it is. I don't know how they did it. Nobody really knows how they did it.
I'm going to Google a very basic term. What is the pyramid? The pyramids. What is the pyramids?
What is the pyramids? There you go. And whilst he's doing that, you can listen to a nice little Talking Shrimp jingle that I haven't even worked out myself right now.
You're about to do it right now, Colin. I've stopped what I'm doing to listen to you.
Oh no, don't do that. I'm under pressure. I can't see the viewers. That's why.
Here you go. I'll give you a beat. You ready? Dun 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 dun.
Well, you can't do that.
Dun, dun,
That's copyright.
dun, 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 dun.
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Well, you said that you were under pressure, so it's just giving me like what's the purpose? Here we go. The purpose of the pyramids of Giza were constructed to honor the pharaoh and to serve as a tomb after death.
Yeah.
But I definitely just read a minute ago that no remains, treasures, or hieroglyphics were found in them.
Yeah,
unless we've just not discovered parts of it.
Possibly, yeah.
I don't know.
Bits
I'm not going to research it anymore. I'm going to leave it as that.
It's interesting though.
And were you going to give me a jingle, or are you?
I might give you an outro.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey,
I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm ready for it.
So the other bit to do with that is, so basically, yeah, this lost civilization, got it?
Civilization.
That was there,
Yeah.
and basically the theory goes where they had this like grand like technology or whatever that is now lost because the Earth kind of reset itself. So like with the asteroid with the dinosaurs, something happened, and like a cataclysmic event happened and reset everything to like the Stone Age, and we started again on a whole different path.
But if that was true, why do we have like the hieroglyphics and all that? I suppose
because they were just left.
Yeah.
But then nothing like, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not saying it definitely happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it does cause you to think. So.
Yeah, it makes me. I makes me think how are they built? But obviously, it doesn't keep me up at night. I haven't thought about that much.
Oh no, I don't care about that much. What does keep me up at night though?
Oh God.
What happened to Malin McCann?
Oh God.
I'm saving it. I thought about it after episode 20, and we're nearly there. So.
What's happened to Madeline McCann?
What happened to Madeline McCann?
Oh no. I was thinking,
we've
done
I've done enough talking. Go.
We've done a nice episode on the pyramids.
Here's Mitchell Lewin from Talking Shrimp giving his verdict on Madeline McCann.
I don't know. I don't know what I think. I will say what I've heard, and I'm going off conspiracy theories that I think that seem logical, and I'm going to go full conspiracy theory. I think it all ties into. I'm not saying Epstein's Island and Jeffrey Epstein and all that. I'm gonna say. I don't know how to say this because I don't want to talk too much about what I've heard.
Say what you like, mate.
No, I can't. I'm not talking about CP and all that lot. You can Google what CP is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't particularly mean that. I did think you might go with the Epstein front.
I don't think
because
this,
of,
but
like,
this
photos
is
and stuff.
From what I've read and researched, the most like logical in terms of what I've been told, and that's not with full research into it. Obviously,
yeah.
I think from what I've read, Madeleine McCann was abducted by someone, taken away. May that be with the knowledge of the mother and father,
she
or
was
not, I don't know.
On a holiday. That's the baseline of it.
Yes,
isn't it? That's how everyone.
And the whole theory of the mum and dad involved and all that lot, isn't it? And that's what it all comes down to. And I don't know if I was to place my wager, it seems odd and reckless of them to have left them in the room in the first instance.
I think there's two ways you can go down. You can go down the route where either she was abducted and obviously like the mum and dad were in on this and stuff, and it ties in with like you said, the whole CP thing, and like Epstein, or because like there's photos of I think is it the mum and dad on Epstein's Island or something?
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's,
God, I don't even know that.
There's some sort of
really
link. Anyway, there's some sort of link with that. You can go down that entirely, or you can go down I wouldn't say a plausible way of doing it, but what if the mum and dad gave her something to sleep whilst they went out, and she, passed away. And then the mum and dad come back.
That was the theory for a long time,
and
wasn't it?
they don't obviously, want anything to happen from this, so they do whatever, and she's now gone, sort of thing. And then obviously it just spirals.
Yeah,
So,
because there is that whole. So, yeah, what you're saying is fine. I'm just going back to. There
it
is this
a rabbit
whole
hole.
theory of there's a link to Epstein's Island somewhere in there.
Yeah.
There's a big link somewhere.
It might be completely wrong with this.
Allegedly.
I'm just going off the rumours and stuff like.
Yeah,
it is interesting. It's a big.
The
rabbit
rumours
hole.
that she was abducted and taken into a I don't know if I should say the word. A
I wouldn't go
underage ring. I'm not going to say the word in between.
Yeah, it's all linked to do with that, isn't it?
Yeah,
And that sort of
allegedly.
time.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I believe that the mum and dad, or I don't know, one of them. Or
if they weren't
there was this
involved,
photo.
it was reckless from them. That's all I'm saying.
I think,
which is very
whatever
harsh to say,
happened,
but they've
I'd
probably
say
heard enough now.
it's kind of reckless, really, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
because the argument always from the start was they left
Here
Madeline and her sister. Is it? She got a sister.
So, yeah. Or
Who was
siblings,
younger,
yeah.
alone in the hotel
Unattended,
room,
yeah.
unattended, and they went down with some friends to have some drinks.
Pied, yeah.
Why, of all the rooms, was that the one that broken into? And
I don't
wasn't
know.
there traces of blood found in
Yeah,
the
it
room and
gets
stuff?
weird,
It gets odd.
Yeah.
I haven't read.
I also think that the papers made it worse.
Yeah, papers make everything
The
loads
papers
worse
blew
anyway.
up massively.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
with her eye and stuff, and like depicting loads of evidence that wasn't fuck all evidence. It was just random bits that they added to it. Really.
Yeah, I'm gonna not turn it away from that. But did you hear about that lad they recovered recently who went missing when he was like on holiday with his family?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That was a weird one because
Yeah.
it sounds like the mum and dad were heavily involved.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this, and I'm very paraphrasing.
Yeah, I
but
don't know much about this either.
I think it was like a mum went on holiday with the son and the grandmother of the son, and they went on holiday, and then got involved in like a cult or something. I'm
it's very,
really
very
paraphrasing
weird.
now. But then he's recently been found walking the street after breaking away from this cult and been returned back to the UK.
Yeah, really, really odd.
Maybe I'll talk more about that once I know
Yeah.
the name. I'm
I
not
don't
even
know
gonna
enough
start
about it.
looking
It's
at
quite
it now.
new.
It's very recent, but that wasn't publicised when. Well, it probably was publicised when he went missing, but we were probably quite young. So
Yeah, but yeah, no, you're totally right. Yeah, and going off like the whole newspaper front and all that. I briefly, just before we finish, want to talk about newspapers, especially regarding Hillsborough.
Oh
Yeah.
God, you're full.
Oh, I thought
you're
I'd go
giving
in
everything.
heavy with this. Yeah.
I had
So-
a couple of conspiracies lined up, but I think I'll keep them for another episode.
Well, I mean, if people like it, I like talking about them, so I think.
Yeah, I just
as
wish
you
I
can tell.
knew more about them to talk more about
Yeah,
them.
but you
I
like
think
'em
I think
when
we should have
you
like
do.
a news corner set up. I should have like a laptop where I can research as
Yeah.
we're going.
A little like dramatic entrance.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I'm like, let me do
Hi,
some
I'm
research
Mitch.
on it.
Good evening to the Shrimp News.
Dun, dun, dun. Welcome to the Talking Shrimp News Centre. You're joined by Mitch and Joel.
Yeah.
We're researching what happened to Madeleine McCann.
But yeah, the Hillsborough. So obviously, if people don't know, the Hillsborough disaster was a match between Liverpool and Notts Forest. It was played at Sheffield Wednesday's ground, which is also known as Hillsborough, in the 80s, and it basically was a massive crush because of overcrowding and police fault with football fans that resulted in 96 deaths, now 97 deaths, of football fans that I'll be out there and say, yeah, they're innocent. The football fans weren't to blame. The police were at fault.
Yeah, fair enough.
We've been to Hillsborough, by the way, so I wouldn't say we have inside, take on it, but we've been there, and I can definitely say for the first time being there in, I think, 2021, a couple of years ago, it is still stuck in 1980.
It's a very... Yeah.
Everything about it.
Yeah.
The signs, the
because
feel.
we were in the stand it happened, weren't we, when we went to go watch? Because
so
obviously
it's
we
the
don't
away end.
support, just for reference, we don't support Sheffield Wednesday.
No.
So we were in the away end, which was the upper stand of that away section.
Yeah, so when Liverpool played Forest, that whole stand was open to Liverpool fans. And
Just for reference, not like football stadiums today, it would have all just been open standing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So the top bit where we were was either all stand or seat, whatever. Anyway, that one was fine.
Yeah.
There wasn't issues in that one. The bottom one, the was like known as the pen, was literally a pen. So you go in and there was this massive fence behind the pitch, stopping the football fans from the pitch.
Get them onto the pitch,
they ended up overcrowding it, and it was a massive crush. There was too many people in it, and loads of people got injured and died because
like children died.
Yeah, police negligence that they ended up hiding away for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I think it's fucking ridiculous, really.
Yeah.
Going off from football fans' perspective, I know I like Liverpool and I express an interest maybe greater than you in this, but going off football fan perspective, it pains you to look at it and say that this was hidden away for so long.
Yeah, I don't know, and again, as I always say, don't know enough about it to comment massively. I mean, obviously, I do know stuff about it in terms of the ins and outs, in terms of the police didn't open the gate, was what it come down to, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they thought that the fans were
just
causing
rioting
trouble and stuff,
yeah.
Whereas you had genuine fans telling the police that they were in distress,
squished,
and I mean, it was fucking obvious. If you go back and watch footage on YouTube and stuff, it is blatant that there's something wrong, and it's not like, you know, when like a goal goes in and you get like a flare and you get a few idiots going and stuff like that. It's not like that.
It's the whole section of the fans.
It's the whole thing.
Even the players on the pitch sort of get a...
Yeah, I think it's the goalkeeper for Liverpool. I think it was Bruce Grobbelaar, and
That's a good knowledge if that's true.
I think it is. Yeah. And on the one footage, you see him turn around and he's like, you can see in his face like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, there's people like literally climbing onto the pitch.
Yeah, climbing up over the fence, which are high fences.
Yeah, and you know where we were on the top section of that stand?
Yeah.
There's fans up there pulling
other fans.
from
I've
the
seen
pit.
that footage in the pictures
That's
and stuff.
Mad. Like, and that's high as well. Like, something's wrong when you know that.
Yeah,
and the police turn around and they say, no, you stay there.
Because that's what it all comes down to, wasn't it? That the police
they could have...
were blaming the fans.
Yeah, because they wouldn't let the fans go back out of the stadium or through another entrance or open the gates or anything. Like, yeah, there was so much that the police could have done, and they did fuck all.
Yeah. So
anyway, and the whole thing was that happened, and then eventually the gates were opened, but by then it was too late, and the whole game was stopped, and all these bodies basically were on the pitch. They were on advertising boards on the pitch, and some were saved, some weren't, and from that it spiraled into a whole debate about like football hooligans, and the police from the get-go were like, it was their fault because they knew that they fucked up.
And
basically.
One newspaper reported very heavily in the police's favour.
Yep. Yeah, The Sun, an absolute rag of a newspaper that I wouldn't wipe my arse with.
I'd wipe my ass with it.
Yeah, probably right.
It'd be fine.
But The Sun, and they took it into a whole thing, and there was one page, I can't remember what it said on as the title, but they blamed the fans. They were like, the fans. They said that the fans were...
I'll go into research corner.
Some of the Liverpool fans were on the pitch. They were taking money from dead bodies.
That's what it was, wasn't it?
And urinating on dead bodies. That's what they publicised.
There you go. The article, I can't see what the date of this newspaper was, but I literally searched The Sun on Hillsborough.
Yeah.
This is a front cover of a newspaper that says, The Truth. Bullet pointed. Some fans pickpocketed victims. Some fans urinated on the brave cops. Some fans beat up PC giving kiss of life.
Yeah. Absolute bollocks.
That was the headline, the article.
Yeah, absolute load of bollocks.
Yeah. And then they released 23 years after The Real Truth. Cops smeared Liverpool fans to deflect blame. That's what they then released.
100%, yeah.
23 years later. The Sun, same article.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of whack that in somewhere. I thought this might be the perfect episode because I've kind of gone on a bit of a rant this one.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even say a rant. I'd say you've just given some theories
and
then
smashed it.
Yeah, I've not really done a lot in this one. I just sort of...
That's good.
Sat back and...
You said to me about you were interested in more.
I am. I would like... I used to read a lot about like bizarre deaths and stuff like that, which sounds really weird, But like there was like this
like Kurt Cobain
like
and stuff like that.
no, not even that. Like just
Okay.
like there was like this blog page that I used to follow, and this guy used to update like every week or so, and he'd post about like a death that was not like explained very well,
Yeah.
or like there was some big like ones in there. I remember there was one from like London. Wait, I'll go back and read some of them and bring them to the podcast and explain them a bit, because I found them interesting. Hopefully, other people will. I remember there was one like the one was that a tourist went to, I want to say Korea. I'm presuming Korea, and he tried to steal like some propaganda poster. And he was with his friends, and he stole this poster, and then he just like disappeared, and like the whole conspiracy of what actually happened to him, and obviously,
a lot. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
There's loads of them. I'll go back and read them. There's some really good, interesting ones, and I'll come back and bring them.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure I could find it, but it was really good. I think it was called like I won't say what it's called because I don't know.
Okay, fair
but
enough.
It was some guy who was really interested in it, and he used to comment on it. So, in turn of like full circling back, they're like conspiracy theories.
They are.
I've not really touched on like the big ones. Like obviously there's the flat Earth one. That's the one I was going to talk about, and the 9/11 conspiracy theories and all that
the
lot.
inside job and stuff. JFK, loads of stuff, isn't there?
Yeah.
I like them. So. Yeah. But if you like this, we can go on to a bit more. But I'd like to end this episode on a little light news, some good news.
Okay.
South Korea recently have banned
South Korea
dog meat.
Was it South Korea?
Yeah, I think South Korea.
An Asian country.
I think it's South Korea. I'm standing by that.
Consumption of dogs. Yeah.
Yep. You can't go and eat a dog there.
You say that's good news.
Well, it is good news. It's
I agree. I do agree.
I'm
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm as always playing devil's advocate. That is good news in my eyes as well. But what is the difference from me eating a dog to me eating a cow?
For India, because it's sacred there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean generally, to be honest, but yeah, in like countries like
no, you're totally right. I totally agree with you.
I think it just comes down to what we see as pets.
Yeah.
I like, just to clarify. Yes, I don't want dogs to be eaten.
No, I do agree with you with that.
But then I'm a meat eater, and I'll eat a cow, and I'll eat a pig. So
yeah, and I'd also like to maybe have a discussion with people like vegetarians, vegans, who that they might have different views on meat and stuff because we're meat eaters. It'd be interesting to hear from their perspective.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Anyway, good news. Anyway,
I think that's good news. I'll take it.
It is good news. It is good news.
Yeah.
It is good news.
Anyway, we've been talking shrimp.
Yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, then let us know if you want to hear some more conspiracy theories, and if you've got some conspiracy theories you want us to discuss / and/or research.
Yeah.
We do have an email address. It's in the description, and message us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. We don't say that enough.
No, can
Facebook,
I say
Twitter?
Can I say the first time we're ever going to say this? By
Go on.
Like, comment, share.
Yeah, tell your friends about us. Like,
there you
go. We enjoy this. If you've made it to episode 18 and you're still enjoying this, I think it's episode 18. Or is it 19? It might be 19 now.
I don't know.
I think it's
lost
episode
track.
19.
If you're liking this, you want to hear more conspiracies or more talking shrimp.
Yeah. If you've got a friend who likes podcasts and thinks, oh, you know what?
Yeah. If
Another two privileged white males talking about shit on a podcast.
Yeah. If you haven't got a friend, you do have two now.
Yes.
Not us.
Who?
The other two people that are listening.
They listen to it, yeah, fair enough.
Out of our 3 viewers.
Hey, don't sell us short. We've got more than that.
8.
We're doing alright. Yeah, 8, 9, maybe 10.
Yeah.
No, we do alright. We do alright. We push double digits.
Yeah, Nana
on
Pat's
every
loving
episode.
it.
Huh?
Nana Pat, she's loving it.
Oh yeah, that is one viewer.
There's your weekly update.
Yeah.
Nana Pat, she loves it.
What would the word? It would be 2 weekly update because we do 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, I also have an update on Nana Pat's song situation with me. Just before we go.
Save it for the next episode.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, you can. You can make them wait.
I can't.
You can make them wait a few more days. You can start that with the next episode. Because I'm going to end this podcast here. You can keep it for the next episode. You can hate me all you like.
I ended it last time. You go for it.
Thank you for listening. Like. I mean, you can't like on Spotify. Like on YouTube. Share the shit out of this, please. Follow us on Instagram. All that snazzy jazz.
Up the talking shrimp.
Up the talking shrimp.
Goodbye.
Shrimp. Goodbye.